it's Adriana, and these are my top 10 picks for the Toronto International Film Festival 2012. Number 10, The Time Being, which is a movie starring Wes Bentley and Frank Langella. The Tiff description says it's about an artist who meets with a wealthy benefactor and the relationship isn't what it seems. So it seems to have this kind of art world kind of thing going around it, and kind of like thriller mystery as well. I don't know, I'm kind of assuming here. My number 9 film is Rust and Bone, which is a French film directed by Jacques Audiard, who is the same director as A Prophet, which was a big foreign film a couple years ago. And it's starring Marion Cotillard. It was at Cannes, and it received really good reviews. It's a love story, and it looks like it's good from the poster. I think I'm making these really shallow reasons, but actually, I really love Marion Cotillard, and actually, you know what, I really do like her as an actress, but not so much in American films. When you see her in like a French language film, that's when she really shines. My number 8 film is In the House, which is another French film. This one stars Kristen Scott Thomas, who I also really like as an actress, so that's a plus. But it's really the plot that, well, on the TIFF website, the plot it gives is what's really captured my attention. It's about a high school student whose essays about a family's friends start to blur the lines between reality and fiction and may conceal a dark purpose. That's directly off the TIFF website. But I think it sounds really intriguing. My number 7 film is called Thanks for Sharing, directed by Stuart Bloomberg, who he wrote The Kids Are All Right, that movie with Annette Bening and Julianne Moore, which I didn't actually really like that movie, but whatever. This one looks intriguing too. The cast is really good. Mark Ruffalo, who's one of my favorite actors, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Tim Robbins, and it's about 3 people who undergo a treatment for sex addiction, and it's a dramedy. My number 6 film is called Frances Ha, and it is directed by Noah Baumbach, who directed The Squid and the Whale, Greenberg, Margot at the Wedding, and it stars Greta Gerwig, who actually also wrote this movie. And there's very little information about it right now, but that's enough. Knowing that Greta Gerwig wrote it and that Noah Baumbach is directing is enough for it to be that high on my list, because I love Noah Baumbach's films. They're just very kind of real and natural kind of films, and like they're really just funny in the most real way. Like, I loved Squid and the Whale. I actually really loved Greenberg too, and I really like Greta Gerwig as an actress. Number 5 is Imogene, which stars Kristen Wiig, Annette Bening, Matt Dillon, and Darren Criss. It looks really funny. I've heard a lot about this movie throughout the year, and Kristen Wiig is one of my idols. I know I'm not nearly as funny as she is, but I wish I was, so I love her. The pairing of her and Darren Criss is really random, but I really like Darren Criss from Glee. He's the guy who plays Blaine. I really like Matt Dillon and Annette Bening, and just looks like a good story and combo of people, so I'm really interested to see that one. My number 4 movie right now is Cloud Atlas. This movie, it's directed by Tom Twyker, who did Run Lola Run, and the Wachowskis brothers, who directed The Matrix. It looks really like completely the kind of story I'd be interested in. It's very deep sounding. It's about life and just all our human interactions and everyone chain reactions and everything. I'm pretty sure the trailer alone will get anyone excited about this movie. I mean, hopefully it seems like a very grand thing to be taking on in a film, and I hope they do it well, because that'd be really disappointing if this film is one of those floppy whatever. I hope it's really good. My number 3 is The Place Beyond the Pines, which stars Ryan Gosling, Bradley Cooper, and Eva Mendes. This is a crime genre movie, which isn't my typical kind of movie. I'm getting more into that kind of stuff, and I guess Ryan Gosling's really getting into doing those kind of movies because he did Drive last year, and he's in Gangster Squad as well this year. But he's really good in that category, so whatever works for you, Ryan Gosling. Actually, now reading the plot, it sounds a bit like funny that he's playing a motorcycle stunt rider when he just played a stunt driver for movies in Drive. But I love Drive, so this should be good. The reason this is so high on my list is the director is Derek Cianfrance, who directed Blue Valentine, which is one of my favorite movies ever. I love his style, and if he can bring anything nearly the same as he did in Blue Valentine to this, then you completely have my attention. My number 2 film has very little information on it, but what I know is enough to get me to want to watch it, and it's called To the Wonder, and it's Terrence Malick's new film. Now, Terrence Malick is the director of The Tree of Life, which was, one of the most dividing movies of last year. You either loved it or hated it, but I'm on the loved it side. And it's kind of weird that he's putting out another movie so soon, like basically a year later, because Terrence Malick, he's directed movies since like the 70s, and he's only ever done 5 movies. So it's like he usually takes a good 10-year span between movies, and so it's really, really strange. It's a romance, and that's basically all we know about it. But if Terrence Malick is directing, then whatever. I want to see it. He has a very, very unique, extraordinary, epic style, and this one's probably going to be nearly impossible to get tickets to. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I get to see To the Wonder at Tiff, because that would be amazing. My number 1 pick for Tiff, it's Looper. It's directed by Rian Johnson, who has directed the movie Brick. Basically, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the Looper, is assigned to kill the older version of himself. It's a time travel movie, so they send people from the future into the past and to be killed. So yeah, he's assigned to kill himself, which is played by Bruce Willis. And just that concept sounds completely ridiculous and amazing to me. It's to be incredible. They chose it as the opening night movie at TIFF, which isn't usually a big deal, because usually TIFF has, a Canadian film or something more, quiet that's opening TIFF, but they're trying to change it up this year and do something exciting to open the festival. I don't know if this is just a marketing scheme, but Bruce Willis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Emily Blunt all have said, willingly, just randomly have stated that this is the best movie they've ever made. And considering the filmography between the 3 of them, that's friggin' big. That's a big statement to make. So, you got, Pulp Fiction in there, and Inception, and, huge, huge movies from these actors. So, if they think that this is the best film they've ever made, then I want to see that as soon as I can. But if I can't, Looper does open, actually, at the end of September. Looper looks amazing. Watch the trailer, and you will agree, I'm sure. Even if you're not into that kind of movie, which I'm typically not, but it's my number 1 at TIFF, I think you should check it out. So thank you for watching. I hope that provided some sort of insight into what's good to check out this year at the Toronto Film Festival. On my actual Fresh from the Theater written blog on my Tumblr, I have the list of movies, a way longer list than this, of what I think will look good. And I'm going to be writing more articles and doing more videos. So this is my TIFF official, my TIFF package for you. Keep in touch. I'm just a regular theater goer. I'm not a real critic or anything, so, this is kind of more the audience point of view doing these reviews. So if you want early word on any of these movies, I'm going to let you know which ones I end up seeing. I'm going to be doing video and written reviews. Just go to me for your TIFF info, please. I'm going to try my best to inform everyone. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you get a chance to see a movie if you're from Toronto, or if you want to come visit. It's an amazing time. Amazing, amazing experience going to TIFF. Check out tiff.net for all the information about all the movies. They're all there. So far. next Tuesday, we get some more announcements, so my list is going to keep changing. I'm going to be editing my top 10, editing the movies I want to watch. Just check out my blog, Fresh from the Theater. It's linked in the little area below this video. And also my Twitter feed, which I'm going to be tweeting about Tiff constantly, probably, because I'm obsessed. So check out my Twitter. It's at AdriFloridia. I'm going to have a little bubble here to say that. Yeah, so thanks so much. Bye!